Hi everyone, I'm Clive co-founder of the carexamercom. Yeah, and today what I wanna show how we're gonna do inspections from A to Z, right? So let's assume I'm arrived at the place, introduce myself to the seller vendor, ask all the relevant questions, what I wanna know about the car, where they get the car from. I always check the paperwork before I touch the car. I want to see the both keys. I want to see everything what they have about the vehicle. I'm asking all of those questions. When it's been serviced, if there's any issues, is there anything being fixed? Obviously, because if you come into the, say for instance, specific trade place like here, they would not know the service history wherever they bought it, because all of the cars you see here, they're coming from auctions, right? So wherever it comes from the auction, that's what they have. Yeah? If it's a private seller, they will know more. Then you can ask more questions, right? So let's start. Let me just get my tools. I'm now going to show you what I do. Right? So firstly, what I do is I get in a car, get the car around so I can take the pictures around the vehicle. Yeah, and in the same place, obviously, while sometimes you talk with the customer or the seller or somebody else, the time goes, right? It takes. And what you do at that time, I normally go all the way around and already start checking the vehicle, because what you want to do, you want to save yourself time, right? Because you want to get the things done quickly, professionally, and add it to the report. You know, you can use your notes on a tablet, add some notes there, and then recopy it. You know, because sometimes you can forget things, and that's fine, you know. That's why you can send us the details. You can complete it. I forgot our white plate. Just smearing the screen. Fair enough. Just drop us a text and we'll put it on for you. You know. And the main thing is the way we do cars, right? The way we inspect the cars. So the inspection, forget now everything what you've been taught in a main dealer. Anything what is the MOT, right? Imagine there is a different world out there, right? As you know themselves, if the main dealer can't fix the car, it means they're not the best people where to take the cars, sometimes, right? Same as MOT places, right? There are people passing cars which they shouldn't be passed, and they put in advisories, and then the car is kind of not good, right? So remember, MOT is a legal requirement. MOT doesn't say the car is good or bad. It's a minimum requirement just to pass the test, right? Just to be on the road, just to be on the road, just to poodle along, right? So don't get this perception that car has MOT is good, right? So what we do, our inspection, it's not about, oh, we had MOT, it's fine, and don't just look on the details like from perspective of MOT, because I'm checking the cars, right, where I found things where I think, how did the car pass the MOT test, right? You know, you don't have to be MOT testers. MOT tester are a person who goes and qualifies the government test to be an MOT tester, to do the government requirement test, to pass or fail, right? What the government wants them to do. So, but we don't do that. You know, you are a fully qualified mechanic, and you do things exactly the same way as what MOT tester would do. You know, they have a stricter rules when they can fail, when they can't fail. We're not here to fail the car, right? That's the main fundamental thing. You know, we don't say the car is shit, in our opinion, right? We're here to bring value for the customer, regardless of what state the car is. You know, we have to switch out mechanical thinking, right, and move into zone of inspector. You inspect the vehicle as you would buy it for yourself. So it's a value, you know. It's like you would do a build a value, a valuation, right? So if you're looking on a tire, if you're looking at a disc, if you're looking at pads, and they are 50% worn, you know, big fleets, right? They change in pads at 50%. It's just what is the reason behind it? It just saves them time and money in the long term, right? So they don't have to go into the garage because of the pads was worn, right? But the pads doesn't cost a lot of money, the leather doesn't cost money, but it just extends that car's maintenance time and drivability, or how long you can drive this vehicle without getting into this prevention. So this inspection, what we do, you should look as prevention of inconvenience, right? So the customer gets the estimates of the repairs, and when you would look like you, right, yourself, or your report, or somebody will send you at this report, you can see clearly by looking all added pictures, all the relevant sections which are there, you know. So you can understand of these. Okay, that's that. Okay, that's that. You know. Oh, it has tools, so you add all the tools, add spare wheel, add battery test, add all the snapshots of the diagnostic scans, you know. So the more information it's there, it's a document, you know. When they send it somewhere, you know, they can see it's done properly. It protects you, you know, because if you put as least information on it, it doesn't really say anything, right? If you haven't explained it, then I'll move to the video and audio, right? You know, and then about how you write up the report. If there's no information and just the tick box is green, it doesn't say anything, right? So this is you building a value, right? And explaining then if everything is good, right? Then obviously when you move in a summary recommendations, then obviously add the sections where you describing the vehicle. You describe the vehicle's drivability, you describe how the gearbox is selecting the gears, you describe how the vehicle handles, you describe how the vehicle brakes feel, right? Just give that sort of explanation, the feeling, how you felt the car behaved, right? How it drove or drive or driven, yeah, in your opinion. So it means when somebody reads that report, right? And if it's just a written report, so they can understand from your expressed feelings the way you felt it is, because it's not MOT, it's building value, as I reminded back again, yeah? So because we inspect the cars as we would be buying the cars by ourselves, right? So it means when somebody reads that, you know, they can feel, yeah, what of your thoughts, what you think about this car, and relate to this inspection, and take it as opinion, as a guidance, right? The car is in a good condition at point of inspection, you know. If there is as less information as possible, there could be conflicts sometimes, right? And we sometimes have certain misunderstandings, more like the way what is sort of inspection and MOTs and things like that. And in video as well, when you take a video or audio, pretty much irrelevant, right? But audios will be more voice, but same thing. But also when you do the video around the vehicle, as obviously most of you do always horizontally, right? And walk around the vehicle, explain again what you found, what your opinion is. Also, we don't recommend to buy the vehicle, right? But obviously, you yourself have a gut feeling, and you will say, "Wow, yeah, it's awesome," or "Okay," and then obviously, "Oh, this is okay." I mean, it's well maintained. This or it may not be well maintained. Has it have full service history? Can you prove service history? What, in your opinion, is the way who is driving the vehicle? Obviously, not always you can find this in stock by the battery. So, as I said, you have to determine the battery. Look for original battery. It's original battery. Look at the age of the car and just see. Try to assess it that way. Especially if the cars with batteries are under the seat. Sometimes you have to also take the spare wheel out and do the batteries. There's no doubt about it. You can do battery test from the jump box, right? But the battery test will be kind of big, correct? Right? But if you will do the lights, right, and judging by how old the battery are approximately in the car, you can see by the condition of the battery, dirty, and so on, and get at least some sort of idea of the battery. And if you do the light test and take the pictures, and if the battery goes flat, you know you need the battery. You need the battery to make sure it works. I always do battery test. Do the battery, attach the battery, screenshot to the job card itself, so the customer has all the information. Make sure I check the charging system. The way I check the charging system, a few mechanics, most of the mechanics will check the charging system just on idle speed, but to correctly check the charging system and to understand if it's charging correctly, you have to turn all the appliances on, right? All the accessories, everything on, wipers on, full whack, demisters on, everything on, to understand if the vehicle is charging under load, and check these procedures mainly when engine is warm, because when engine will be cold, it will tend to charge fine, right? When does the electrical components fail? Answer this question to yourself. When they are hot. So the same thing happens to the alternator. It's gonna fail. It's gonna start charging faulty when engine is warm and when it's hot. Then check the alternator. When engine is warm, when it's hot, then check it on full load. Obviously, with the smart chargings, if the battery is good, you will see it will switch off the charging. To check the smart charging, you will turn everything on, and the charge will go back up when it will need. So don't get caught out by that. Most cars affected by charging systems are Jags, Land Rovers, right? Mercedes. Nothing comes on to my head now. Yeah, Japanese cars, Toyotas, they always have alternator issues. Porsches. Maybe I missed something, but these are the ones I most come across, which has charging system issues quite commonly, especially when they get a bit older. Right. So what I'm gonna do now, that was about the charging system. So don't check, and then you can check it on a fast idle, right, and then assess the alternator. If it's playing about, always put this recommendation on. Charge rate, right? Under load is charging faulty, I don't go into too much detail, the numbers, putting it's charging between this and that. If you're charging faulty, it's charging faulty, it doesn't matter. What voltages are there, somebody who's going to check it, they can check it themselves, If it's charging faulty under load, it's charging. So what I'm doing, so once obviously the battery test is done, the logic is done, the pictures obviously done before and things like that, I move to the car. So when I try the car out, everything inside the car what you can do, it's up to you. There's no order. You can do it when you move the car out. You can check all the bits and bobs, pressing those things. Make sure that on the premium the cigarette light works, and the standard inspection the cigarette light works. The USB cable is charging the phone. Make sure the radio works, make sure CD works. Most of those things you will see when you do a full scan, right? You will see that on a diagnostic scans. But just double check, you know. If the CD will not work, you will see the CD error fault, right, on a radio fault. Just to make sure the Bluetooth, you know, on premium checking it, the Bluetooth is trying to connect to the phone. So these things is a little thing sometimes to be forgotten, but try to pay this attention. This is what you're getting paid for. You know, it's not about the sprint. This is not a sprint. Yeah, this is a marathon, right? It's your name, your reputation, our brand, and our brand reputation. Because we only want the world to best people and help people. You know, so when you obviously get to this stage, what I do, plug in diagnostic in. So I'm getting ready obviously for the road test. As on this one, obviously there's no dipstick. I will check this from here at eye level already, because I run out of space in those people. I already done the antifreeze check, coolant condition check. Obviously this antifreeze tester. There's nothing super guru. There's not really super gurus out there. Really, I wanted to buy something cool, but there's nothing out there. Brake tester. I've got a laser brake fluid tester. Reason why I don't have this one measures the water consistency in the brake fluid. The other one measures the boiling point consistency, but this one else can do all dots of brake fluid as well, up to 5.1. And so there's different ways of measuring. Boiling point measures when it's boiled, so that means it's the same. It's a pretty much the same test logically, right? One just shows the water consistency. If there's water consistency too high, clearly the boiling temperature is gonna start boil, and the boiling temperature will be too low, right? You know, and it's gonna start boil pretty much on, instead of like 1,000 degrees, right? It's gonna start boil on 100, right? Or 50, right? I mean, that's a joke, right? But you understand the point, right? So it's just a difference on the price, right? But so yeah, I'm getting back to here. So obviously that's all done, that's all checked. The engine bay, when you check engine bay on the standard premium, also obviously what I do at the same time, obviously it's part of obviously looking for the previous accident damage, right? So what you can do, you look on a collision areas, right, where the impact will take place. So look at the front, look at the grille area, look at the front top, this section here, so where you can see if that's somehow being dislodged, or something is uneven, something is being damaged or not put on, not secured properly, which could indicate, or look on anything where you can indicate that something has been stripped, removed, not been put properly, pipes are misaligned or the wires are misaligned. So look for all these signs of something it's not as standard as it's supposed to be, right? And that would just indicate, I mean, somebody's been stripping the car too many times, I haven't put it back together, right? And it's just a mess, right? So this is what you want. Clean, nice, nothing leaking, no cracks and accessory dry belts, You know, you're in a clean, nice, not crashed, no damaged vehicle. Because to put everything back in the line and redo it, it's gonna cost like 600, 700, 800,000 pounds. Depends on the car, make a model, year. And so what I do now, so I plug this one on. So while I'm doing this, I uploading all the pictures on the stage 1 because as the 2 will come out, that will be different different sections. So as I uploaded those pictures already, that means I can go to the next stage of inspection, right? And here I'm multitasking now, right? So that means I'm connecting my gadget here, which then laptop is going to get all the readings on my tablet, and at the same time I'm scanning the car for all of the systems. So I just multitasking, so saving time. So that will help you as well. So instead of doing one thing, but you do certain things in one go. So it just saves you time. So while it's scanning all the subsystems of the vehicle, you just go over the paint thickness gauge, you know, and obviously looking if it's original paint, if it has reinspect done, if it has some previous damage done on the vehicle. Or you ideally looking original 100 microns, 90 microns to indicate original paint, up to 120, 125, 130 I would say is the max. You need to judge it on other readings on the vehicle around it. The best way to understand the readings is to start with the roof will give you all the guidance, right? If the roof is out, if the roof is not 90, 100, these already 150, you know the price is great. And obviously, it's fine to also start to spray or damage, it's fine, but also depends how much, how bad. Obviously, it's not anymore original, right? To a certain extent, it does affect the value. So at least the customer gets to understand, you know, because normally you would never know what happened with your car before. Has it been sprayed? Has it had any dents or knocks on the car? Not always these things can be reported on insurance, because not everyone will go for the insurance, and insurance just because everyone is scared to pay insurance premiums. And once you can drive away from the accident, you will drive away. So yeah, I will give you the key, the main guys here. Give me the spare key for the car.
I just need to bring it down your car here.
This one.
Your.
Oh, my car. Let's pass the key. I'm blocking something. So yeah, by looking on this one, in some areas you can see it has been resprayed. You can see by the quality. In the readings on the setup. Resprayed out, or unless it could be a factory for spray, right? doesn't look like there's this section of it, right? That door is great. This section of it is great. 150 microns. The buttons is microns. You can have a fluctuation. You can have fluctuations, right? A bit, about 7 microns. It's fine. And obviously, you set your paint thickness gauge to 0. So obviously my one has an app. It will automatically give you an average reading. Let you see what is that. Once you've done all you have to zero it, and that means you will see your low reading, your high reading, how many readings you've done, and you will see your average reading, and then you can take all the snapshot and add it, as you just get into see how it feels, see how CarExamer can bring you value, and then just get a professional one, because that one, it gives you timestamps, the GPS locations. You can build a job card like you do a diagnostic job card, when you scan the car, and add the type of description, the reg, and that could be potentially email, right? Say for instance there is confusion, you keep the record, and say for instance if we have a discrepancy about something, we can ask you, you can send us a diagnostic scan from this particular week, and you will have this logged, right, in your diagnostic scanner. That's the point of using a good diagnostic scanner, up-to-date scanner. You can email the log of the scan. This one, it logs your jobs professionally, right? And I don't obviously add all this necessary information, but this one it's got all the readings there, all the different charts, right? And we can add so the fluctuation is alright, slightly, because the paint thickness gauge, alright, it has obviously how to say, it has tolerance of the reading, right? So this one has plus minus 1%, or plus minus 1 micron. Down my line, I think it's this one is great. This is a bit 200 microns. But when it's been restrayed, there's no excessive damage on the car. The way you will see some issues where there's fillers used, you will see 1000 microns are 1 millimeter, right? So anything over that you pretty much don't want to see, right? And the reader will read over those values unless your reader reads up to the 5 mil or 3 mil. My standard is, CarExamer standard is 1 million. Now we don't want to see any fillers on over 1,000 micro. What's the point? If you put a bunch of filler on, it's gonna fall off, right? After years, right? There will be rust developing, you know. And this is just not professional. If car can have repairs, but if it has, just replace the panel, right? Put a new ring on, respray it, you know, because it's been prepped already. Only thing you have to do is just put a coating on and then prep it and respray it and line it up, and it's done, instead of just bodge it up something, you know. Also, there's certain areas that bodge panels that you have to cut the panel. So normally the areas they cut is up here or up here, you know, or up here. When you see some dodgy areas, you check the inside of the seal. And here the readings normally will be 60, 70, 80, right? When you see there could be even 54. Here paint coating is really thick, right? And if you see the readings 100 and the 5, you know this area has been resprayed. This area is here significantly thinner than the roof, right? So it builds you the understanding what's going on with the paint, you know. So about the age of the thing, I mean, that would give you kind of some sort of sales value, what these values pretty much are, right? Good, bad, ugly. I mean, the good, average, ugly, right? But it will not give you realistic understanding about the realistic in which place how much the car should be really worth. You don't know how much money you need, you know, and that is important. You know, that there's one big step missing from that valuation, in my opinion. That is right also. That's why what we're going to do in the CarExamer too. We'll have these valuations in for a certain amount of money extra on inspections. People will be able to do it. So that was pretty much it on the way we do inspections. It's about adding value, recapping, taking pictures, make sure they are good pictures, so you can understand, everyone can understand. Anything what's wrong, there are places, sections where you can add the pictures. Anything is wrong, you know, 50% wrong pad, recommendation, add the price. The customer can see it. With both keys, all service documentation, doesn't have paperwork, full service, no timing belt history, timing belt, right? So no keys, so already straight adding prices, no service history, full service £200, timing belt 350 between £500, one key, extra key 150. You can already count how much money would that customer would need to put in straight after buying a car. You know, okay, but you can lose this one key, but technically he needs another key because of the insurance purposes, right? You will need to do straight away full service and the timing belt. If the timing belt snap is going to delay it, there will be again £1,000 bill, right? So this is how you should be looking at on the vehicle. You know, you want tires at least, I believe good car should be 5-6 mil, right? I mean 4 mil is, it is okay-ish, right? I mean, I would put it as a fair, right? It's a fair tire. It's not a good tire, it's fair. It's half of the tire is left, you know, and the 1.6 is legal limits, is only left a couple of mil to legal limit, you know. Yeah, then the rest of this just a driving test, handling, after driving test, you will understand what's going on with the little monster, right? And you have a proper clue how it feels, how it handles, what you want to do. Then you're gonna go underneath the car, just double check the springs, suspension, the shock absorbers, shake it, you know. And when you will move, when you're coming back to MOT tester, right? You know, MOT tester is looking for excessive play. Well, you will have a look when you move the ball joints. This is why I use ramps. You know, when I'm driving the car on the ramp, right, you'll be able to take the test under certain conditions on the road test. But when you are on the ramps, suspension frees up, right, and you can turn the anti-roll bar drop links, you know. You can see how freely they do, you know. That gives you the understanding of how worn is the suspension, right? And normally in all the cars you can feel when you move, put a crowbar, move the ball joints, you can see how easily they move, you know. And then I normally put down it's fair, you know, fair condition suspension. If there's no play, or if it's too free and too loose, you know, at some point they're going to start rattling. You know, like the multi-link suspension, BMW Smurfs, right? Audis, right? You know, these links that constantly they go. I mean, there's less bumpy roads, they last longer. Simply because so much bumps, you keep constantly replacing those suspension arms, right? And yeah, and crucially when you do road test, that will be the last people coming to the inspection. Drive hard the vehicle, slow it down from standstill up to 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour. Sometimes you have to exceed the speed limit, you know, even if you want it or not. So there's 30 miles of road speed limit, right? You can't really test the car in those sort of conditions, right? You're going to drive like a granddad. You want a car under load, yeah, as much as you can, because then you will get these fault codes coming out, right? This is what you want to activate, you know, the beast out and see if there's anything coming back, you know. When you do the second scan after the road test, this is vital, you know. Don't be scared when the customer's in the car. You will feel uncomfortable. Just tell them, look, I will drive like an animal, man. I will not drive like you. You know, put seatbelt on, just bear with me, and I will do sharp braking, so do weird steering wheel turns, and drive it, find the road chart, and even check the suspension, throttling, you know, do different drive styles, cruising, flooring, under load, you know, you testing the car, you know, test the car. You know, you're not there. You're not an Uber driver who's going to take the customer to the bus stop, right? Road test the car. Road test the car. You're not racing, but you're road testing the vehicle. You know, giving that beans. You know, what you're looking for: black smoke, green smoke, pink smoke, or rubber smoke. No, I mean, like being serious. I mean, you're looking for potentially worn-out engine, right? You're looking potentially for the DPF issues, EGR issues. You know, everything what comes down from the back, you know, this is what you're looking. That is what's important. I mean, you want the car to be warm, slow it down, right? Don't drive like a Uber driver. Don't drive like a granny, right? When you're like your granny, don't drive road testing. Then you will see what's going on, you know, and only then you'll have problems, especially with some sport cars, right? I mean, you have to drive them hard, you know, because under those, they are designed to drive hard and they're designed to drive fast, you know, and under those conditions, you will see some noises coming out, you know. This is what you want. This is the point of inspection, right? Looking at a car, there will be a magic happening, right? You know, you want the rubber car broke down on you. Right? Because on the disclaimer, I mean, if the car breaks down on you, then on a customer, right? So if the car breaks down, it breaks down. It will break down at any point. Unless you crash it, that means obviously it will be your fault. You know, we're not here to break the car down, right? You don't worry about that. You know, we're here to test the vehicle. You know, and if you drive the vehicle harder or faster, it's not breaking the car, right? Breaking the car means you start doing dumb and stupid stuff, right? So don't worry about this. You know, disclaimer form protect you, you know, of the issues coming afterwards. Obviously, as long as everything is done ethically, correctly, and professionally. So we here are professionals, right? What we do. So we're taking you on because you're great. You have a great communicator. You talk awesome, yeah, and you're awesome guys. You are best in the market, and we are best in the market. We're number one in the UK and in the world. You know, so we working for the great company, which is carexamercom. We will dominate the used car industry. So that's where we're going. So when you go out and do inspections for cars, be proud of what you do. You know, tell somebody if they're not happy, call class. You know, class will tell them. You know, explain them. You know, it's about communication. Don't be ashamed of something. Be proud of what you do. Right? Be proud, stand by the service what you provide from the car. Right? And if somebody has an issue, give them my phone number. Ask them to call me. You know, don't get in an argument. Always agree. You say if someone says you should, cool, I'm fine. Yeah, thank you. I agree. You know, thank you for your advice. Right? I mean, just be positive, be nice, just smile. Even if shit, I've been in some sellers, right? Some places where they just want to intimidate you, right? And I know it feels shit, you know. I mean, you don't want to go start being aggressive and start. I mean, just be smart, be bigger than them because if they sell shit cars, then you know who it is. I don't have to call names, right? We know. You know, if you have problems, struggle, you know, you said this guy is whatever, you know what you think, right? Give me a call, right? I will talk to you. I've been there, I've done it, you know, and I'm here to help, you know. I'm here to help you get more jobs. I'm here to help you grow the business, right? As long as you do and help me and help the customers. The main thing is the customers. Find them a great vehicle and fill up the form, look at the car properly, correctly, informative way, communicate well. There's any issues, we figuring out the issues quickly, responsibly, and then in a very, very time-effective way, right? So I'm gonna go for road test, and that was inspection underneath the vehicle. We're doing a road test now on this Merc, and so what we're doing a road test. So as you know, road test is so you see you floor it down. So you wanna know how the car is performing. Sometimes even you have to speed a bit. You know, you just have to. You wanna know how the gearbox is selecting. You select in the sport mode if it's automatic. See how it's selecting. Start and stop functions will only operate when the car meeting certain criteria of all of the parameters, you know, engine warm, battery charged at a certain level, depends on the outside temperature as well. You know, if those criteria is not met, then it might not work. If it's charging faulty, it might not work. If it's if the battery is weak, it might not work either. You know, obviously when you're driving, you can check the cruise control, you know, if it's working, and you check all the other things what's relevant. Even if you like to check all the accessories while you driving, the heated seats and things like that, and check the charging rate while you're driving, and heated seats and anything we no set standards how you do it, you know. Obviously when you go in a straight line on some areas, you will be able only to do it like 30 miles an hour zones, right? But you have to speed it up, so you want to get it up at least, see if it's not vibrating, you know, and smack it on the brakes. So you want to understand as much as possible the car, right? This is your duty in the shortest period of time. Get comfortable with the vehicle, right? Find a uneven road surface like this. Not always is it's easily available, but this is what you want to do. You're gonna find it, make sure it's comfortable. Don't rush it. Even if you got the car owner with you, seller, vendor, just drive it, you know, just be yourself, you know, because it takes like 5 minutes at least to get used to the car, right? And once you start feeling comfortable, the car warms up, the transmission warms up, and then you find the potholes, uneven roads, see if it's smoking, not smoking, you know, then only you can start feeling the car, right? And if you're doing something too quick, you could make a kind of quick over judgment, you know, sometimes, you know, when you do things too quick. So that's why I never give information to sellers, vendors. I did make a few mistakes where I give the information before when I'm saying what's wrong with the car. You know, you don't, because most of them just don't want to know, yeah, and it just causes unnecessary arguments because you don't know how much information you want to know. If you're going to start giving too much, he's going to start ain't liking it, you know. Rather say, look, I will do all the tests, and if there will be something significant, I will let you know, or just the report customer. If the customer will be willing, the customer will send you the report. On the CarExamer 2, we'll have options where sellers or anyone of them vehicle owners will be able to buy your report, right? Optionally. So that means you've done your hard work, and someday be able to buy the report and get the report and have a look. Otherwise, you know, you're doing hard work and then somebody gets the report for free. You know, it takes long, 2 hours to do the report, and it's just it's not fair. And then obviously you'll get your as well commission on your report, you know, and people who will want the report, they will benefit as well from it. So I hope it helps. This was the road test, slightly explained, you know. Get on a ramp, so we'll check underneath the vehicle. So I came back from the road test, and the car is driving lovely, you know, really a nice car. So I'm just getting all my stuff, you know. I've got a creeper as well, and the creeper is easier to go underneath the vans and check the vans. Then this gravel. The creeper is not good, right? And driving this one, haven't noticed any particular engine noises. Yeah, so everything is works smoothly. Tires are great. Brake pads, the disc pads are awesome. Well, 90% left, same as the back. And the tires about 6 mil. I mean, 8, 7. I mean, it's about 7 mil left. You know, they are pretty new. So checking the suspension now. Checking the brake pipes. They're not split. And roll bar links. See the bushes, you know. Make sure you use crowbar. See what is how big is the excessive movement, you know. So that's why the crucial is the rotors. You will hear any suspension knocks and so on. So here looks like you got the plastic cover missing, right? So with on this part there is a one owner only. The one that is in the rough. So we're checking for any leaks. You can see. Checking the gearbox mount. Again, any gearbox mount, the prop shaft. That's why the rotor is vital. You will feel the vibration while you're driving. The wood, it's the prop shaft, it's the mount, the hanging mount, the bearing. Always use the seat cover. So what we're gonna do, because I've been recording this for the customer, and there's been a bit of excessive delay. While I'm gonna do the video, I'm gonna phone the customer live and explain him about the vehicle. Let me find his number. So you can see I'm not here waffling what I'm doing. I'm 150, 200% confident what I'm saying, what I'm doing. Hello, Alex. Hi, it's Claps calling from CarExamer. Yeah, hi. Yeah, the reason why I was that long, because what I was doing, I was actually recording live inspection as well as I'm doing inspection as for information material. So what I'm doing now, I'm still recording, and I want to just give you, while I'm recording video for you, I wanna explain you quickly what's wrong with the car. Right? So basically, we'll start with the bodywork. Yeah. The bodywork. I'm not sure how many pictures you've seen. The car has, on the most of the parts and places, it has an original paint, right? And then on the offside, on the rear quarter panel, has sprayed part of the door section sprayed, and the front door has been resprayed, and the wing has been resprayed in some places. But also you can see that visually where it's been resprayed, it's just the respray has been quite small, right? scratches around the car. There's a scratch near side rear arch. That's a noticeable scratch.
It's on the front side, yeah?
No, at the back. That's near the back, near the arch, and at the bottom of the rear door. There's a noticeable chip at the passenger door at the bottom. And regarding the alloys, obviously near side alloys, both of them has curb marks, and the front one basically has a broken edge. Basically has a broken piece broken off the side. You know,
so it should be necessary to replace if it is completely, because it is
yeah, that would be not repairable. Yeah,
yeah.
that would be, you will have to look for the new one.
Continue, I will not disturb you.
Yeah. So then they are at the front, behind the front bumper. There's a plastic inner arch sort of missing where the washer bottle is.
Right side, yeah.
Left side. And on the right side, there's that same plastic is broken because something has been caught between the tire and the arch, right? And obviously on the offside, the wheels, they're pretty good, but they're starting to corrode on the other side, right?
Which not corrode?
The alloy wheels from the other side, yeah. I mean, they're reasonable, but from the other side they're starting to corrode. Obviously for 2004, I would say that it's quite good condition for the 2004. There are a few things on the near side, as I mentioned. And engine drives, I mean, engine sounds good. Performs well, there's no smoke. The gearbox level is alright. And the disc pads are good. The tires are good. 7 mils all the way around. Suspension, there's nothing rattling regarding suspension. The gearbox selecting gear as well. The car drives well. So there was one owner, the granddad, who was driving it. What else we have here?
Did you check error code from the computer?
Yeah.
Did you check engine condition? Did they have any codes?
Yeah, there was no fault code.
Nothing. Before driving and after driving, you check it. Nothing not fixed.
Absolutely, yeah, and there was nothing after the driving.
So this means that the engine clean from the error code. Is it right?
Engine can't have error codes. Engine management system can, because the engine is controlled by the management system, the engine sensors and actuators, you know, and the fuel system and the ignition system. You know, obviously that side, electrical side, it doesn't have fault codes. You know, there are a few things we found wrong. The heated mirrors, they don't work. The alternator is a bit faulty. At some point we will need a new alternator. The battery is brand new.
Alternator is broken.
It's not broken, it's starting to charge faulty at the full load when engine is hot. So at some point you will need one, right? Then if you go into the interior, then interior is the driver's side door trim. It's got heavy wear and tear marks on a door handle inside the car. The car is inside, it's just in the dashboard, bulb light and the line, and nothing wrong. Cigarette light is going to be power. Obviously, I guess probably you don't smoke. I mean, you can charge your iPad from there or any device. The interior basically will need good clean. You know, it is a bit dirty. It haven't been cleaned. You know, but otherwise the carpets are good. Seat belts all work alright. I mean, yeah. These are Yeah, but in some places they respray, but they didn't respray. Yeah, the some panels have been resprayed. You will see visually when you come to see the car. I will send you the video.
Yes, okay.
You will see straight away which panels have been resprayed.
Okay.
The rear quarter panel, the driver's door. The wing. They've done it in patches. They haven't resprayed all the panels. They've done in some patches.
Just try to cover some.
Yeah, to try to cover some scratches, some marks, some things. Good job. That's. And then there's obviously from the paint shop on our left hand side. There's some paint powder marks on the other side, and some chip marks on the door.
What is your feeling regarding the broken wheels? It means that they have some heavy damage or they driving on some heavy hole or something like this when they damage this.
Yeah, they could be. They curbed it somewhere on a curb.
Because is it affected on the body and on the suspension, on the system of...
But the car's not pulling left to right. So he doesn't have any...
So you tested this on the road and...
it's just a 50-minute road test. The car drives alright, That could obviously kick out the traffic, they have obviously pretty much sort of new tires. Obviously you can check the traction afterwards. See, obviously.
What do you mean which tracking?
The wheel tracking.
Yeah.
In the long term, if the angles are out in the long term, it could eat the tires.
Yes,
The car might not pull to the left or the right, but if the angles are out, the camber faster is slightly out. Like I said, if you said about the knob on a curb, right, would affect. If you haven't been fixed afterwards when somebody done this damage on but like I said, that's not a big deal. It depends obviously how much you're going to pay. All those things you can obviously negotiate unless it's already in a reasonable price to buy. It's a low mileage car. So yeah.
This engine is fine, with the gearbox is fine.
Yeah.
With the wheels, it is really change the wheels.
You don't have to change the wheels. No, it's just the one. It's just the one side. It's just the one side. The other one on the same side of the back is just slightly dislodged. It's just the edge. That could be straightened out.
Did you find any marks of leaking engine? Because when I open bonnets and I see on the bottom.
There is no leak. There is more like something is developing slightly. There is not a massive leak, but there is stain around between engine and the gearbox. I can't understand where that is sort of developing from. Could be from oil level sensor. That will need to be cleaned off and investigated.
This make me strange because my car is from 1997 and everything is clean and no any sign of leaking.
Like I said, it's a low mileage vehicle. every car is different. You can't compare every car to every car, and anything develops with any car. It's just a used vehicle. Things happen with brand new cars, and I'm just here just to tell you what we can see, and then you can make a decision. Is it all right for you to do this? Can you negotiate the price, or you know what I mean?
So potentially I can discuss with him for making some kind of deal, because it is necessary to some repayment.
Yeah, like I said, it's I don't know the price. You know what I mean? Maybe the price is already good enough for what they ask. You know what I mean? And sometimes if the price is good enough, you can't really ask for cheap. There's a reasonable element to it.
Yes, I expected you so many of this kind of car, and this you have experience, so they try to selling me for 2,700. So I try to reduce, because for this years of car it is slightly higher.
Obviously, the reason probably why it's slightly higher is because it has a low mileage. It had one owner. You know, if they, you know, if they can clean everything for you, interior and everything, you know, just to get it aesthetically inside, otherwise you will have to clean interior yourself. So there is a like I said, I mean, there are a few naggy things which are there, you know. The guy's 2004, but if we're talking about mechanically, car sounds and drives well, right? Suspension, everything is alright. There's, like I said, I identified there are quick visual things which are you can notice the car has been poorly so these are just the sort of visual things which are not right, so you have to obviously, I'll send you the video, I will attach some rough prices, and what I can see here probably, I don't know, rough estimate about, I don't know, £500, you know, because the alternator is about 350, right? The heated mirrors, you know, they're not working. It could be the mirror itself, mirror glass itself.
To replace mirror glass.
I'm just saying the heated mirror is not working. There could be the mirror glass. I don't know. You know, I'm just saying.
So it is possibly some broken engine internally, yeah?
No, heated mirror. Mirror. I mean, who heats up that mirror so you can got demisting off the water off. So, or when it's frozen, you know, and it gets the you can live this out after this bit, you know what I mean? Just a little extra. It's just these little visual things, the alloys which are broken, they need sprays. Then you need to compare other vehicles, same Mercedes, same price, and see what is there. And would you need to invest money?
Yes.
That's what the way we look at it. We're not here to say this car has so many problems, and you don't buy it, you know, because every car has problems, you know, and at some point of life, if the car is maintained well, right, it will not have the problems. If it has the problems, every car will break down at some point. good.
What is it selling seller with you? What is his position? Did he try to involve it with this matter? What you doing? Did he try to?
Look, the seller's position always, they don't care. You understand?
Yes.
They don't care. It says you will have the information, and then you can talk about it, and you will see how flexible they are. If you can't meet in the middle about something, then you can make that decision. Are you gonna go for it, or are you gonna go for something else? It's just about mainly protecting you not to buy something which will need a lot of money to invest, right? Technically, mechanically here at the inspection day, everything is fine, right? It's just those visual defects which are noticeable, right? The rest of it is just you drive it, right? It's fine.
Okay, folks, I understand your position. Thank you very much. Waiting for your report. Try to looking through this, and if I will have some kind of question, can I rely on you? Can I
Yeah, you can call me and ask me something. I guess I explained to everything. On a pot, so you will see everything there.
Did you check how this underneath of the car?
Yeah, this is part of the inspection.
So you not admit any kind of corrosion?
Now the corrosion wise, everything is fine. It's acceptable for the age.
Yeah, but what is your feeling? This car was outside of the garage, or he was?
I think it wasn't. To me, it was more likely an underground car park, I would say. Yeah, the suspension part of the front. There's really, look, the car, underneath the car quite is good. Exhaust is in great condition. Like I said, the car mechanically is in a good condition. It's just visually, it could be better. I'm saying just body-wise, the way they've been they sprayed it could be better. But otherwise, mechanically, everything's fine. It's just you have to make that decision.
But is it necessary to repaint these patches, or is it just necessary to polishing these patches? What is your feeling?
It's just a bad paint job. You know what I mean? The paint itself needs refreshing because you need to repolish all of it because the paint it feels flat. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's never been looked after properly. Washing.
Yes,
After certain years you need to put a wax on, polish it, save in sun, discolors. It just needs that refreshing, and once you will repolish these areas where they re-sprayed, those places will look better as well. You know what I mean?
Okay, yes, I understand what you mean. Yeah. Okay, very good. Thank you. Let I investigate your report and try to build up my decision. Did seller appreciate you?
No, he's good. Like I said, I've been here before 11. That's why I just said I would give you a call quicker. I'll be delay. So you've got the heads up about what it is you're going to start thinking about, what you're going to do. So I can just see the report and then take action. Alright, Alex. You're welcome.
you are doing, as I see, a professional job, and it's really appreciated.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Glad
speak
to
later.
speak later. Bye.
Bye now. Cheers.
So yeah, this is was Alex. So yeah, that was a live call with the customer. So I just gave him a quick heads up. And so yeah, what I'm gonna show you. Get this. Some of the videos you can have a look. Obviously, what tools I have. I will just show you again in this video so you can see what I have, and if you're happy you can get something similar. So I have trade plates. I've got plastic ramps. So I've got plastic ramps, as you see. Got amp meter, coolant tester, Maxis Pro auto diagnostic scan. You can connect to the internet and reprogram stuff, and obviously also the lights, fob testers, brake fluid tester. I think I mentioned it. Smaller torches. I got Metronics battery tester. You know, so you need something where you can test the AGM batteries, start and stop batteries. What else do I have? Trade plates, the mat, crowbars. I will show you torches, right? So I've got a light, a multimeter, good multimeter. Ceiling lights, right? When you've got super dark, as it's going to get, you got something where you will sort of need, or even if you're mobile mechanics, you need lights, right? So these are quite powerful lights, and they're very handy. So I got a stand where actually the camera is, so you put it on, yeah, and you can see everything around. So this one you can move around, so you can take pictures in the night and do the inspections in the night, right? When it gets dark in the winter time. So it gets dark at 4 o'clock, so you can recharge them always. Yeah, it helps the thing. CD batteries, temperature probe. This is what I have. I don't fix cars, I help people, right? And I have an iPad where I can fill the reports easily, quickly and fast. You can do it on a phone, but it will be more like it will drag your time, right? So this is what I expect you to have. I mean, different brands, different versions, but something where you can save and record information, take snapshots on, where you go feel proud of what you do, you feel and look, and you are professional when you pull your tools out. You know what I mean, right? It don't have to be snapping and all this nonsense, right? Because there are great brands out there anyway, and if you wanna buy everything like that, you can. I used to do it, but there's no need for it. There's better brands, better tools, and who actually does better job than most expensive stuff. You know? So I'll leave it up to you. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Any questions, anything, give me a shout. I'll be more than happy to help. You know, about communication, about customer service,
how to present yourself, and if you struggle, you need something, just give me a shout, you know. I'm here to support right people, you know. And if you can't fill up the report the way I explained you today, and you're not willing to increase your business, and move with the CarExamer, that's not for you, and then we don't want you in the system. But all top mechanics, the great assassins, we need you. Let's work together. Peace.